Good morning and welcome to episode 6 of the Truckin' Journey. We have made it to Nashville and we're pretty much in downtown Nashville. Not where I was expecting to take a load of lumber, but yeah, we're here. So now it's time to take the tarp off so they can unload this and we can get on to our next load. Jeff says first thing to do is unhook all the bungees from the rub rail, work your way down, and then start collecting them on your way back. And you do that on both sides.
It's nice and easy now. It's not wet. It's not ice.
Struts are off, rolled up. Now it's time to take the straps off. Well, that was a pretty quick unload. So how do you guys like seeing the unloads? Let me know in the comments section.
Truckin', got my chips cashed in. Keep truckin' like the Doodah Man. Together, more or less in line. Just keep truckin' on.
Now, looking for Jeff, we pulled up at this new place. I had a DEFCON 2 situation. Had to go to the porta potty, and he checked in and pulled away. And I have not located him yet. Found him. It's time to unhook from that one. Grab our new one.
Jeff's over there working up a sweat.
First, come the bungees. All right, I got my winches on the other side, so now I'm throwing straps.
You can get paid for that too?
All right, we are loaded, secured. Macros are done. Time to get on the road. Columbia bound. I was driving, right? And then heard boom! An explosion. We had a blowout. There's the tire, and that's our mud flat. We've got a truck stop just 2 miles away that has tire care. We made it to Love's, but a blown tire, guys, can do some damage. Like, there's tire marks on the box here. There's pieces of tire. You know, it's the inside one. But there's even somewhere on here I saw a crack in the frame of the trailer earlier.
There's what used to be our mud flat.
Arrived at our destination here at Tucker Materials, and I can see Williams-Brice Stadium from here. On the other side of the trees. We are almost unloaded, but I have got a decision to make today. As you guys saw earlier in the video, we had a blowout yesterday, which did some damage to the trailer. So where we're headed now is our Laurinburg terminal for those just, you know, swap a trailer out. And the training department had called asking if I was ready to get off of Jeff's truck and get into my own. And well, I believe I am, but it's a few days earlier than I expected, and I've only been a part of 4 loads so far. 2 tarp, 2 are not, and I haven't done any steel coils yet. So I've got to make that decision pretty close to now. Which, even if I were to say another week, Maverick would still pay me $1,000, but I figure I can make a little better than that. You know, running good as long as securing's not taking me too long and I'm delivering on time, picking up on time, and all of that stuff, especially with me being USA and going to take, 2 or 3 weeks out before, in between home times. But it would be kind of cool to be in my own truck again, especially if I get one with a refrigerator. But there's a couple of model years that don't have the refrigerator now. There's 15, 16, and I doubt I'll get a 17 had the refrigerators, but the 13s and the 14s do not. And I sold my old refrigerator before I left U.S. Express. All right, our work here is done. Now we're headed to Laurinburg, North Carolina, to the terminal.
That should be good.
We have arrived in Laurinburg, and like my first reaction is, this ain't Little Rock. I am up before the sun this morning here in Laurinburg, and there is a distinct smell of dog food in the air, which I'm not real sure why. They say that's not a dog food plant over there, it's some kind of grain place. It smells like dog food to me. But this is Jeff's new trailer. And this little guy, I wish there was dog food around. I guess that's probably why he seems so hungry all the time. He's some stray that hangs around. But he won't now. Like I say, come here, boy. He won't come. Anyway, this is Jeff's new trailer. We just moved a few things over from our damaged trailer to this one. And he's going to concentrate on getting a load and getting on the road. And I am going to get my own truck and trailer. I just got to wait about an hour until the office people come in. So, needless to say, I need to get all of my things together and get out of Jeff's truck. All right, Jeff is gone. I've turned my student paperwork in. It's been faxed over to Little Rock. And there's a pile of my stuff right there. So now I'm getting ready to call my fleet manager, a guy named Heath, and find out what's the deal with my truck. I just got a piece of good news. Carl Lee came in here, and I was told earlier the truck that I was going to be assigned with is 2013, which, I mean, I'm glad to get a truck, don't get me wrong, but I was not pumped and excited. Well, it does have the old style headlights instead of the new ones, but the biggest bummer on it, a 13 would not have a refrigerator factory installed inside of it, where a 15 and above would. But he just came in here, and there's a 2015 that should be here shortly that was getting worked on at Freightliner. So he's calling to make sure that's okay to switch that and give me a 2015, which is awesome. So I won't have to buy a refrigerator. Because once you've had a refrigerator in your truck, guys, and you get used to cooking in the truck versus eating out every single meal, you don't want to go back to the other way. You don't. Well, here's the new truck, and it is a 2015 model, so I do have a little fridge in there, and I mean a little fridge, but I don't have a CB. Wish I wouldn't have sold my one when I was in Shippensburg. So I'm getting ready to get one of the company cars and shoot up to a truck stop and grab a CB. And when I get back, I'll give you guys a tour of the truck. I'm the proud owner of a new Cobra CB. Now to get back to the terminal so they can put it in for me. Hopefully that will be a good one. It was on a little bit of a sale. There's 20 bucks off and then a $20 mail-in rebate. So at the end of the day, it'll cost me $100 bucks. Back at Maverick. One thing that I like here is I feel trusted. Like I just drove a fairly new Explorer, and I'm putting the key back where it goes, and then just putting the time that I return on this sheet here.
Car or SUV?
Well, here I am, back in my truck, waiting on the shop to call me up so they can install my CB, which it doesn't look too hard to do, but they want the shop to put it in and not drivers, so I will comply. One thing that's awesome about these Maverick trucks is they all have an EPU, which is an electronic power unit instead of the auxiliary power unit that many companies have, which what that means is it keeps me cool in the summer and warm in the winter without having to idle. But this is my refrigerator. It's nice and cute. It has a freezer up here, and air for some water and a little bit of food in there, and it's out of the way. Now this hole here, I'm assuming that's where I'm going to put my 19-inch flat screen TV and my media player. I wish I had a wall mount back here, which the 2016s and 2017s do, and then you could stick your microwave if you had a small enough one in this compartment. I'm not sure where the home for my microwave is going to be. It's going to be somewhere in this truck. I guess I'll figure that out when I get home and get the microwave in. One difference from my previous Freightliner that I had is I've got this compartment up here for storage. In my previous truck, there was another bed up there because I had another dude riding with me all the time. So that'll be kind of nice. And I've got my big closet, which I've got my duffel bag stuck in there right now. And this will be my dinner table and desk. Alright, I am officially ready to roll. My CB's in. Got it on the trucker channel. I got a trailer. Carl Lee said everything I need is already in it, but I'm going to double check just to make sure. But there she is. Alright, it looks like I've got everything. This is what's called a tarp box, which I've got a couple of 4-foot steel tarps and some canvases, and then up above I've got my friction mats and my 1-foot blocks, and on this side I've got 2 of my big lumber tarps, and I've got some 4-foot bevel timbers, and then I've got my 8-foot here. So everything looks good to go. I got all my Here's my Qualcomm, which comes off and actually has a little keyboard, which is a lot easier to type. But I just got a load. I'm picking up in Bennettsville, which is a little less than 30 miles from here, and going to Knoxville, which, this is only about 350 miles altogether, so I will be able to make it in this shift and shut down and deliver tomorrow morning. I may need to find the mute button on that. It's my turn. I'm going in Bay 4. GPS on the Qualcomm isn't working. I hit navigation and it processes for a sec, and then it pops that up. So I got on my new CB and I asked because there's a few Maverick drivers and I need this, which this is a map update. So I'm going to try it out while I'm here. But I'll be getting loaded soon. I've got one bundle of some kind of plywood on right now. Particle board, I think it's called. Yeah, let's try the other way. There we go. Alright, Jeff, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then a 2-inch.
Most of the cats that you meet on the street speak of true love. Most of the time they're sitting and crying at home. One of these days
I have worked up a sweat taking those 2 big tarps off and rolling them up and taking those 12 straps off. All I got to do now is take the plastic off and roll them up with my trusty little strap roller that Maverick provides for me. But I got a pre-plan already, going to Kentucky, picking up aluminum coil and headed to South Carolina. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. We'll see you next episode, guys. Be safe out there and keep on trucking.
Then they gotta get going out of the door and down to the street all alone. Trucking like a doodah man.